With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said, the key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
Here's the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Right to the air is Daniels. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. To the air goes Daniels. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker. The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
First carry for the Hall of Famer Emmitt Smith. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. Down to the 10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal of how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now Daniels eluding the pressure right. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Here's McNabb. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Jets are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Emmett. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Devin Hester. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. To throw is Daniels. Flush to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still won't.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Antonio Gates from 8 yards out. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he fires one incomplete.
And I think we're all starting to wonder with this early deficit, what will that do to their play calling? Do they feel like they have to be more aggressive? Because they're throwing to start the drive here, but it winds up incomplete.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little game. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Emmett. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. And when you need the tough yards like they did there, it feels pretty good to turn around and hand it to Emmitt Smith,
who always ran with supreme confidence. He didn't care if you knew the play call. He didn't care if you knew he was going to get it. In fact, I think he liked the challenge of you knowing that and him still picking up first downs and big yardage.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Off the play fake. Daniels. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 35. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Daniels. He finds Smith out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down. Here's Daniels. Now a short one to Gesicki. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Daniels looking to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Smith trying to run for it. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Jets. Kenneth Gainwell. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jets are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Shifts by him. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Brandon Jones picking it off. The 20. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Another try for Smith. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment. And
a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Running right, Portis. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He's got his man, Gates. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. To throw, McNabb. Oh, he's got Hester complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. From the gun, here's McNabb. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. McNabb to throw. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he'll
get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Clinton Portis punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elam now to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
Play action, now it's Daniels. They'll roll him out right. This one into the hands of Pitts. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Being chased out left. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Mike Gesicki from 21 yards away. And the Jets are back within a score. Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. McNabb. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Antonio Gates with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the bet.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll give this up the middle to Portis. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA. Out of the gun, McNabb. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Anthony Walker, given that O-line fits, he gets in there to drop him. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. An inside give. Here's Portis. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice job of just sticking the helmet down 9 yards on the play, but still 3rd and 12 now. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now it's McNabb. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain an 11-point spread. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. They go play action. Daniels on the move to his left.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Smith catches left side. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
There's the 8-time Pro Bowler Marvin Harrison.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Elam on here for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Here's second down. Back to throw. Daniels. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's got a first down here as he stops the clock, but just 16 ticks remaining. The rookie from LSU leading this offense well. A good throw there leads to a first down. This is 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right. Here's Hester open right side. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. To the air goes Daniels. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is run out now on this game. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.